Okay. Now, again, in person, either teleconference or a digital Zoom meeting, as we talked about before. Market survey. We're going to talk about the market survey when we get a little further into this, but it's important that you have your thumb on the pulse. And this is true to any time you're in public. Remember, anyone is a potential buyer or seller. You know, if you're standing in Walmart or in Home Depot line, and next thing you know, a conversation drums up, you know, someone's behind you checking out with some building material, and somehow, some way you get into a conversation and going, yeah, I'm getting ready to list my house. I need to do some work on it. Boom, the door's wide open. Oh, you're listing your house. Well, let me tell you what the market's doing. And boom, you have those numbers, metrics. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. And you have that market survey. What's a seller's market or it's a buyer's market? And you start getting into some soft language and maybe give them a card again. Why don't you call me? I'll give you some more information if you need it. Not looking for the listing. I'm not looking for money. I'm looking to serve it. Let me give you some more information. I'll perhaps help you out in getting and maybe taking a look at your property and seeing what you need to do. How's your landscape? You know, stuff like offering them value. As a result, the business and money is going to follow you. They're going to see value. They're going to want you on their team. That's what you're doing. You're establishing a team with your client. Okay. Which is follow on. That's after too as well. So it could be in person. Again, it could be on a teleconference Zoom meeting, could be in your office, could be in your home, could be on site, worst case. In all those efforts, depending on who you deal with, beginner or advanced, you want to try to, and I don't say 1 hour minimum. That's I don't want to make that a rule of thumb, but here's the whole thing about it. The more, if you look at 3C, the more comprehension you give them, the more information you give them, the more they understand about what's going on, the less homes you're going to show this buyer. I know of agents that that's part of their brief. That's part of their consultation. They tell them, we're only going to limit 6 to 8 showings, no more than 8. That's it. You don't need no more than 8 because we're going to get all this settled right here. It's going to be a nice detail. Now, you don't want to be talking to your client like that, but some agents will do that. I don't agree with setting a cap, but I make my consultation to where they don't need to see anymore. Okay. So that's where I go, but I would never set a cap and tell them we're not going to see more than 8. But there are some out there that do that. They don't want to be taken advantage of and just drive around for the rest of their life. So they'll set a limit. But you want to have that theory in place. So when you do give the consultation, it's going to be in such good detail. That's why the hour is used as a minimum, as a rule of thumb. The comprehension of that consultation is so detailed and comprehensive that they know exactly the homes that you give them. This is where it's at, right? We've all talked about this. Now I'm presenting the product to you. Okay. Again, if you have to do it on the site, if it's a pop-up, no notice, I want to go see this house, you can still be ready for that. You just got to prepare in advance. Again, this starts even as we hang up today.